Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SciShow Quiz Show, the only show that you're watching right now. Today we have internet hotshot Hank Green.
Hey, what's up? That was great. I really like that intro. We should use that every time.
We also have host of SciShow Kids and Animal Wonders, Jessi Knudsen Castaneda. Woo!
You did it!
Anyway, Hank, you'll be playing on behalf of CJ Spar.
Hi, CJ.
Jessi, you have SR Foxley.
Foxley, yes! Yes!
SR Foxley is
Yes.
all up in the SciShow.
I'm gonna work really hard. I studied this time, which meant
You studied?
I read through all of my Facebook feed.
So, I studied last night on Tumblr. Yeah. if that's studying, then I did it a lot.
So both of our contestants start out with 1,000 SciShow points. Each time you answer correctly, you'll win some number of points, probably 100. If you get a question wrong or you don't answer, you lose 100. Whoever has the most at the end of all this wins some kind of special prize that Stefan is going to show us right now.
Well, Michael, both SR and CJ will be taking home autograph cards from Hank and Jessi with their final guesses and wagers on them, as well as either an I Won SciShow Quiz Show pin or the highly sought after I Lost SciShow Quiz Show pin. A fancy schmancy out-of-print Hank Green CD, signed by the man himself. And the winner will also take home a copy of the script from this episode, plus a slice of Pizza John swag. Good luck, CJ and SR, and back to you, Michael.
Okay, are you guys ready for round one?
Yes.
Yes!
It's all about chemistry.
Ooh, I'm good.
so not fair.
Sort of not fair.
Sort of not fair. Someone here has a degree in chemistry-related things.
Someone doesn't.
Yes.
The next round better be about animals. Just saying.
We'll see.
Just
We'll
saying.
see. Okay, these first three are true or false questions.
Okay.
True or false? If you pour salt into a glass of water, the level of the water will go down instead of up.
True.
You are correct.
I'll just sit over here for a while.
The volume of a salt solution is actually smaller than the separate volumes of the water and salt put together. This is partly because when the salt dissolves, it dissociates into ions, which take up less space than when they're bonded together. It also has to do with the fact that water is a highly polar molecule, so the ions from the dissolved salt are drawn to the positive and negative ends of the water molecules. When the particles pull together, the solution as a whole takes up less space. The decrease in volume is barely perceptible though, only about 2%.
Okay, true or false? As of 2015, the letter Q does not appear in the periodic table of elements.
I'm gonna lose points anyway, so I'm gonna say false.
You are incorrect.
Yeah, I can't find it anywhere. I had to think, though.
The letter Q did briefly appear in 1998 after element 114 was discovered, but not officially named. So for 14 years, the element was known only as ununquadium, which basically just meant 1,1,4ium, and was abbreviated as UUQ. But in 2012, the element was given the official name of fluorovium in honor of Russian physicist Georgy Flyarov, so Q ended its tenure in the table. And for the record, the letter J also does not appear anywhere on the periodic table.
Okay. True or false? Mercury is the only element that is liquid at room temperature.
False.
You're correct.
I was like, what just happened? I'm right.
Mercury is a famously liquid metal, but the element bromine is also liquid under room temperature conditions. It's pungent and corrosive and is usually found in nature in the form of bromide salts.
Oh.
So now that
Are we done? Are we done with this round?
Yeah, now that we've finished the free points for Hank round, let's move on to round two, question one. We've said it before, and we'll say it again. Humans did not evolve from apes. Instead, humans and other apes evolved from a common primate ancestor some 8 to 10 million years ago. From that ancestor, many different lineages diverged, some leading to the apes we know today as chimps, gorillas, and orangutans, some leading to humans and human ancestors like Australopithecus, Neanderthals, and Homo sapiens. What has flummoxed some scientists, though, is that the fossil record has, so far, revealed way more fossils of some apes than others. In fact, only one kind of non-human ape has been found frequently in the fossil record. What type is it? Orangutans, bonobos, gorillas, or chimpanzees?
I do not know the answer.
Wow.
I'm gonna say, but orangutans.
Barangutans is correct.
Almost said bonobo. Almost.
I did. I feel like there's just more orangutans in the world. That's just how I feel.
It's all about how you feel. Here on SciShow.
We're on the show about facts.
Orangutans' relatives are the best represented apes in the fossil record, with several orang fossils having been found mostly in Asia since the 1800s. By contrast, no fossils related to chimps or gorillas were discovered at all until the 2000s, and even then, they're mostly just teeth. Scientists attribute this to the fact that orangutans diverged early on from African apes and dispersed more widely, moving on to climates where the environments favored better fossil formation. Biologists believe orangutans evolved from apes living in either India or China, whereas chimps and gorillas originated in Africa, mostly in dense rainforests with acidic soils where fossil preservation was less likely.
As scientists have studied human evolution, they've noticed some trends, ways in which we've become increasingly different from our ape-like ancestors. With that in mind, which of these is not a trend in human evolution? Our faces have gotten flatter. Males and females have become closer in size. Our rib cages have grown wider at the bottom than the top. Or we have smaller teeth.
You gonna give me a chance?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the rib cages.
You are correct.
Oh, I was gonna get that wrong.
I should have let him lose points.
Well, I lose points anyway. I know.
Hey, works out. Yes, you lose points, finally.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm sorry, I'm so happy about that.
Our rib cages have actually become more cylindrical or barrel-shaped and less triangular over time. Earlier, more ape-like hominins had rib cages that were shaped like an inverted funnel, narrow at the top and wide at the bottom. Biologists believe this was to make room for the larger gut that was required to process an all-plant diet. But as hominins became more omnivorous, the body shape changed to allow more calories to be processed in less space, leading to a barrel-shaped rib cage. All of the other patterns I mentioned have been observed in evolutionary history. Human faces have become flatter, teeth have gotten smaller, and males and females are much closer in average size than they used to be.
Now for question 3 in round 2,
Okay.
which is around about
Great apes.
apey things. There's one substance that great apes tolerate well, but monkeys can't. Our tolerance for this substance is thought by some evolutionary biologists to have enabled us to adapt to life on the ground instead of trees. What is that substance? Is it the milk of other animals, caffeine, ethanol, or nicotine?
Wow. Interesting. No idea.
That's your answer?
Correct. No, I'm gonna answer something. I'll say caffeine.
Wrong.
Okay, well,
Do I
at
have a
least
chance?
I'm wrong.
You have a
Yeah, you have
chance.
a chance.
I'm gonna say ethanol.
You are correct.
I guess that makes. I don't know though, because like even like maybe if all the fruits fall down and that you're gonna tell us, aren't you?
I'm about to tell you right now.
Like humans, chimps and gorillas can tolerate moderate amounts of ethanol, otherwise known as alcohol, because we have the same variant of a gene known as ADH4. That gene produces enzymes that break down ethanol to keep it from building up in the bloodstream. Tree-dwelling primates, however, like monkeys and lemurs, don't have the same version of this gene, so they can't metabolize alcohol. Without the ability to break it down, the alcohol quickly accumulates in their blood, making them drunk and sick in no time. And biologists believe that our genetic tolerance for alcohol allowed our early ground-dwelling ancestors to take advantage of a unique food source: rotten fermented fruit. By exploiting this plentiful food source on the ground without getting sick, apes may have become better suited to living on land, and probably had a good time doing it.
So we finally reached round 3, which at Hank's request we are now calling Final Leopardy.
I don't know that we should, because now I'm afraid that people are gonna think it's about leprosy.
Which is what I thought.
I want it to be about leopards.
Which is what I should have thought.
Which has nothing to do with what the question is.
Okay.
The question is about weird facts about babies. So go ahead and bet some points.
Final baby D.
This is Final Baby D. Go ahead and bet some points. We'll be right back after these commercial things.
What does a baby look like?
Are you serious?
No.
Just draw some round circles and put glasses on and it'll be baby Hank.
Yeah, I was thinking of round circles as opposed to square circles.
Okay, Hank currently has 1,000 babies.
We've decided the points are babies this round.
And it's terrible.
That is an incorrect number of babies to have.
Jesse currently has 600 babies.
That's more rational.
No, not. I mean, once you get to a certain point, it
Both
doesn't
irrational.
matter anymore. Yeah.
So babies, in particular, scientifically speaking, are just nutty. They're born with more bones than we have, they're sick all the time, and they can literally smell a pair of lactating breasts from across the room.
Awesome.
But what is one thing that babies cannot do? Sweat, shiver, snore, or sneeze.
Babies at what age?
Newborn babies.
Okay.
Newborn baby humans.
Cannot do one
Okay.
of those things.
Yes.
I don't have any room left.
Yeah, you drew too many.
Too many babies? Why does that baby have a tail?
I told you, I have trouble drawing babies.
Okay.
That's creepy.
Sorry.
No, not you. No, I wrote this like I was trying to be a small child, and I just made it look like.
Yeah, that looks like a horror movie. Yeah. Good job. We ready to reveal our answers?
Yeah.
You are both correct.
Scary looking. Look at it. Looks like you were shivering while you wrote it.
Well, that was part of it, and I wanted to make it look like a small child wrote it, but it is super creepy. I don't know how it turned out so creepy.
Shiver.
Oh, I thought I was reading that backwards.
201
That
babies.
looks like a Ninja Turtle.
With a belly button.
Newborns are capable of sweating, snoring, and sneezing, but they can't shiver. Physicians think it's because babies' muscle tissue isn't developed enough. So instead, babies keep warm by burning fat, specifically a type of body fat called brown fat. That's why so-called baby fat is so important to the health and comfort of newborns, and why it's also important to keep the little ones warm.
Okay. Hank has 1,201 points, beating Jessi by 1 point.
Yeah, but my baby's cuter than his.
CJ!
Sorry, Foxley.
Your baby is cuter than mine. Your baby is a cat, though, so that helps. Is it a fox? No, you should
It's
have drawn
not
a
a fox. I will draw a fox for Foxley.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Thanks for watching this episode of SciShow Quiz Show. Be sure to check out Animal Wonders and SciShow Kids, where you can find Jessi, and head on over to youtube.com/SciShow to subscribe.
Yeah.
Woo!
Thanks, CJ.
Foxley. Sorry.
Thought you said something else.